You're lying in bed staring at the ceiling, thinking about that ultrasound result that showed fatty liver and wondering what else you could be doing while you sleep, when your body should be recovering, regenerating. You've already cut out sugar. You're trying to walk more. You've taken all those vitamins they recommended, but it feels like nothing is enough. And the worst part is you feel like you're racing against time, because after 60, everything gets harder, your body doesn't respond like it used to, and you're there in that anguish, wondering if you'll be able to reverse this or if you'll end up with cirrhosis, thinking about your grandkids, your family, everything you still want to live for. And then you start searching online, looking for something, anything that can help your liver while you sleep, because you know your body regenerates during the night. You heard it somewhere, but no one really explained how to boost that regeneration, how to give your liver exactly what it needs during those critical hours of rest. The truth is, the Rikiwa was something you can take before bed that will work in favor of your liver all night long. Something simple, accessible, scientifically proven, but that most doctors don't mention because they're too busy prescribing expensive medications or simply haven't kept up with the latest research on nighttime liver regeneration in people over 60. A study published in the Journal of Hepatology in 2023 revealed something impressive, something that completely changed how we understand liver recovery during sleep in patients over 60 with fatty liver disease. Researchers discovered there's a specific metabolic window between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. where the liver enters a state of intensified cellular regeneration, but only if you provide the right nutrients at the right time. And for people over 60, this window is even more critical because their natural regenerative capacity is already diminished. My name is Dr. Ricardo Tavares, and I've been a hepatologist for over 25 years. For the past decade, I've dedicated myself exclusively to helping people over 50 and 60 reverse fatty liver. What I'm about to share with you today is the result of hundreds of cases I've followed. Patients who were given up on, with sky-high AST and ALT levels, ultrasound showing grade 2 and 3 fatty liver, and who managed to completely reverse their condition by implementing this nighttime protocol I'm going to teach you. If you've made it this far, it's because you're taking your liver health seriously. And that gives me a lot of hope, because I know many people over 60 simply give up. They think it's normal to have fatty liver at this age, that there's no point anymore, that their body is too old to recover. But I'm here to tell you that's a lie. Your liver has an incredible capacity for regeneration, yes, even after 60, 70, 80 years old, as long as you give it the right tools. I created this channel precisely for people like you, who don't want to just accept a diagnosis and wait for the worst to happen, but who want to fight, who want real solutions, who want to see their liver enzyme numbers dropping, who want to get a new ultrasound in 6 months and hear from their doctor that the fat has decreased or disappeared completely. Every week I bring you updated information based on the latest research, protocols that work in real life, not just in theory, things that many doctors don't know because they don't have time to read 50 scientific articles a week like I do. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because I'm going to guide you on this journey of liver recovery night after night, step by step, with no fluff. You're not alone in this, and together we'll prove that age is no excuse for an unhealthy liver. Now, before I reveal exactly what you need to take before bed, I need to tell you the story of Mrs. Amelia, a 67-year-old patient of mine who came to my office in 2022 completely desperate. She had discovered fatty liver during a routine checkup. Her ALT was 89, her AST was 76, her gamma GT was 112, and the ultrasound showed grade 2 hepatic steatosis with early signs of inflammation. Mrs. Amelia told me something that broke my heart. She said, looking at the floor, her eyes welling up, "Doctor, I've always taken care of my health. I never drank, I never smoked, I always ate right. And now I find this, and I'm afraid I won't see my grandchildren grow up. I'm afraid of getting cirrhosis, needing a transplant, of being a burden to my family. She had already seen 3 different doctors. They all told her to lose weight, go on a diet, walk, take omega-3, and that was it. Nothing else. No specific protocol, no guidance on what to do at night, on how to optimize liver regeneration during sleep. And Mrs. Amelia tried everything. She cut out carbs, started walking every day, took a bunch of supplements. But 6 months later, her tests were practically the same. Her liver wasn't improving, and she was falling into depression, losing hope. That's when I explained the nighttime protocol to her, about how the liver works during sleep, about the importance of providing specific nutrients before bed to boost hepatic autophagy, which is the process where the liver literally eats its own accumulated fat and cleans itself. I told her, Mrs. Amelia, you're doing everything right during the day, but you're missing 8 precious hours every night where your liver could be healing at an accelerated rate, and it's not because you're not giving it the right fuel. Her eyes lit up. She grabbed a little notebook and started writing down everything I said. 3 months later, when she came back with new test results, she walked into the office smiling, hugged me tight, and said, "Doctor, it worked. My ALT dropped to 42, my AST to 38, my gamma GT to 54, and the doctor who ordered the follow-up ultrasound was impressed. He said the fat has significantly decreased, there's hardly any inflammation left. And you know what the secret was? A specific drink she took every day, religiously, 30 minutes before bed." Now I need to ask you a question, and I want you to be completely honest with me, because your answer could help thousands of people watching this video right now. When you lie down to sleep at night, knowing you have fatty liver, do you feel that guilt, that sense that you should be doing more, but you don't know what? Do you lie there tossing and turning, thinking about those abnormal lab results, thinking about your liver full of fat, working all night long with no help, and you feel powerless, frustrated, scared? I know exactly how that feels because I've spoken with over 200 patients over 60 with fatty liver, and they all told me the same thing, this nighttime anguish, this feeling of wasting precious time, that each night that passes, the liver is getting worse instead of better. So I want you to comment below, use these words if you like. I have fatty liver, and I want to help my liver at night. Don't be ashamed, don't feel judged. This is a safe space. And when you comment, you're showing others they're not alone in this fight. You're creating a network of support, strength, and hope. Comment now, because I read every single comment. I respond personally whenever I can. And your story matters, your journey matters, you matter. Let me explain what happens in your liver at night, because when you understand the science behind it, you'll realize why this protocol works so well. The liver is the only organ in the human body that can regenerate itself completely. Did you know that? You can remove 70% of a person's liver, and it grows back to its normal size. That's incredible. But this regenerative capacity decreases with age, and it decreases even more if the liver is filled with fat. During deep sleep, especially between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., the body enters a state called autophagy, where cells begin to recycle damaged components, eliminate toxins, repair DNA, and in the case of the liver, metabolize and eliminate accumulated fat in the hepatocytes, which are the liver cells. But this process of hepatic autophagy depends on a few key nutrients. And if you don't supply these nutrients before sleep, autophagy happens very slowly, very inefficiently, especially in people over 60, where natural levels of these nutrients are already low. The first essential nutrient is glutathione, which is the body's most powerful antioxidant and the primary responsible for liver detoxification. After 60, the natural production of glutathione drops by up to 40%, and if the liver is inflamed by fat, the demand for glutathione skyrockets, creating a huge deficit. The second nutrient is taurine, an amino acid that protects the liver cell membranes, increases bile production, which is essential for fat elimination, and improves insulin sensitivity, which is crucial because insulin resistance is the main cause of fatty liver. And the third nutrient, which many people don't know about, is glycine, another amino acid that plays a crucial role in glutathione synthesis and in regulating fat metabolism during sleep. Studies show that glycine supplementation before bed significantly improves deep sleep quality and boosts hepatic autophagy by up to 300% in people over 60. Let me tell you now about So Xuan, 72 years old, retired, who came to me in 2023 after a huge scare. He had fatty liver for years but never paid much attention to it, thinking it was just an old person's thing, that everyone his age had a little bit of fatty liver. Until one day he started feeling a dull pain on the right side of his abdomen, extreme fatigue, leg swelling, and when he went for routine exams, he got the biggest shock. His TGP was 156, TGO was 134, gamma GT was 201, and the elastography showed grade 2 hepatic fibrosis, meaning his liver was starting to get stiff, scarred, heading towards cirrhosis. His doctor was blunt. So Xuan, the situation is serious. If you don't reverse this now, in 2 or 3 years, you might need a liver transplant. So Xuan left that office devastated, crying in his car. He called his daughter and said he was afraid of dying, that he didn't want to leave his wife alone, that he wanted to see his great-grandchildren born. His daughter searched online and found my channel, booked an appointment, and came with him. When I evaluated So Xuan's case, I saw he was doing many things right during the day. He walked, ate salads, avoided fried foods, but at night he'd have a late dinner, eat carbs, drink chamomile tea to sleep. And that was it. He wasn't doing anything else for his liver. I explained to him that out of the 24 hours in a day, 8 were being wasted. 8 hours where his liver could have been working intensely to heal itself, but it wasn't because it lacked the right nutrients. We implemented the complete nighttime protocol, and after 4 months, the results were impressive. TGP dropped to 58, TGO to 48, gamma GT to 78, and the follow-up elastography showed reduced fibrosis. His liver was starting to soften again. The cells were regenerating. So Xuan called me, crying with happiness, saying he felt reborn, that he slept better, woke up with more energy. His belly had deflated, and his doctor was astounded by the improvement. And look, he's 72 years old. If he could do it, you can too, no matter your age. Now, let's get to what matters. What exactly do you need to take before bed? The base drink is very simple, good quality green tea. But not just any green tea, it has to be a green tea rich in catechins, especially EGCG, which is the active compound that boosts hepatic fat burning during sleep. Studies show EGCG increases fatty acid oxidation in the liver by up to 25% during the night and has a potent anti-inflammatory effect that reduces non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. You'll prepare this green tea, let it cool until it's lukewarm, and then add 3 key ingredients. The first is a teaspoon of glycine powder, which you can find at any supplement store. Glycine will improve your deep sleep and activate hepatic autophagy. The second is half a teaspoon of taurine powder, which will protect liver cells and increase bile production. And the third, which is optional but highly recommended, is a 600 ml N-acetylcysteine capsule dissolved in the drink. NAC is the direct precursor to glutathione and will give your liver exactly what it needs to detoxify itself overnight. You take this drink 30 minutes before bed, every single day, no exceptions, because consistency is everything when it comes to liver regeneration. And here's the kicker. You need to take it on a relatively empty stomach. That means dinner should be at least 3 hours before bedtime, because if you eat late and then have this drink right after, your liver will be busy digesting food instead of regenerating, and you'll miss your metabolic window. Many patients ask me, "Doctor, but I can't go without eating at night. I get hungry, I can't sleep." I understand. That's why I recommend a solid dinner, good quality protein, plenty of vegetables, healthy fats, to keep you full longer. And if you're still genuinely hungry before bed, a small handful of nuts or almonds is fine. They won't disrupt the protocol. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about those other teas everyone talks about? Boldo, artichoke, dandelion. Don't they work? Look, those teas do have beneficial properties for the liver. Boldo stimulates bile production, artichoke has a hepatoprotective effect, and dandelion aids in detoxification. But none of them have been specifically studied to enhance nighttime liver regeneration in people over 60 with fatty liver disease. The green tea with the amino acids I recommended has robust studies showing objective improvements in liver markers, reduced fat on ultrasounds, and improved fibrosis on elastography. However, if you want to switch things up, take the protocol I taught you 5 days a week and have Boldo or artichoke tea on the other 2 days, that's perfectly fine. It might even be beneficial to prevent tolerance. Let me share another case with you because I think it's important you see this works for different patient profiles. Dona Marisa, 64 years old, had grade 3 fatty liver, the most severe stage before it turns into steatohepatitis. She also had type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol, basically a full metabolic syndrome. She was already on 6 different medications, and even then, her liver tests weren't improving. Her ALT was 98, AST was 87, and gamma GT was 156. She came to me after reading the word marked hepatic steatosis on an ultrasound report. She Googled it and was terrified by everything she read about cirrhosis and liver cancer. When I asked about her nighttime routine, I discovered she ate dinner at 9 p.m., had bread with butter, a glass of milk with chocolate syrup, watched TV until midnight, and then went to bed. Her liver was spending the entire night trying to process all those carbs and sugar instead of regenerating. We completely changed her protocol. We moved dinner to 7 p.m., cut out carbs at night, and implemented the nighttime drink I taught you. Within 3 months, the results started to show. ALT dropped to 71, AST to 62, and gamma GT to 98. And most impressively, her fasting blood sugar dropped from 156 to 118, and her A1C went from 8 to 6, 9. That's because improved liver function automatically improves insulin resistance. Today, almost a year later, Dona Marisa has an ALT of 38, AST of 34, and gamma GT of 52. She had another ultrasound, and her fatty liver has reduced to grade 1, almost gone. She's even managed to cut down 3 of her 6 medications. She told me her life has changed, that she's regained her energy, lost 25 pounds without crazy diets, sleeps much better, and for the first time in years, she's confident she'll age healthily. If you're enjoying this content and realizing there are practical, science-backed things you can do to help your liver, I want to ask you a favor. Please hit that like button. When you do that, you're telling YouTube that this content is relevant, that it genuinely helps people, and the algorithm will show it to more people who need this information. How many people over 60 are out there suffering with fatty liver, unaware there's a solution, thinking they'll inevitably progress to cirrhosis? Your like can help this video reach those people. It can literally save someone's liver health. So, click that like button. It takes 1 second and makes a huge difference. Now, let's talk about the questions that always come up when I teach this protocol. First question, how long do I need to take this drink to see results? Well, it depends on the severity of your liver condition. But on average, if you have grade 1 or 2 fatty liver without fibrosis, you'll see significant improvement in your labs within 3 months. AST and ALT dropping, gamma GT normalizing. And by 6 months, the ultrasound will show a reduction in fat. If you have grade 3 fatty liver or early fibrosis, you'll need at least 6 months to see consistent changes, and maybe 12 to 18 months for a complete reversal. But remember, it's not just about taking the drink. You need to do your part during the day, too. Proper nutrition, exercise, stress management, quality sleep, it all works together. Second question, can I take this drink if I'm already on medication for my liver or other conditions? Generally, yes. Green tea and the amino acids don't have significant interactions with most medications. However, you must consult your doctor, especially if you're on blood thinners, because green tea contains vitamin K, which can interfere. If you're on diabetes medication, pay attention, because improved liver function can lower blood sugar, and you might need to adjust your medication dosage with your doctor. And if you have any kidney disease, be cautious about the amount of amino acids, as the kidneys process amino acids, and compromised kidneys might be overloaded. Third question: are there any side effects? Side effects are rare and usually mild. Some people might experience initial insomnia due to the caffeine in green tea. That's why I recommend using decaffeinated green tea if you're very sensitive, or taking the drink at least 2 hours before bed instead of 30 minutes. Some individuals might experience mild stomach discomfort with NEAC. If that happens, take it with a small piece of banana or apple. And in rare cases, glycine can cause excessive sleepiness the next day. If that occurs, reduce the dose by half. Fourth question: what if I miss a day or two? Do I lose all my progress? No, relax, it's not all or nothing. The ideal is to take it every day to maintain consistency and speed up results, but if you forget one day, or if you're traveling and can't prepare the drink, it's not a big deal. Just pick it up the next day and keep going. What matters is that you're following the protocol correctly most of the time. I always tell my patients, aim for 90% adherence. That means if you do the protocol correctly 27 days out of 30, you're golden. That's more than enough to see excellent results. Let me tell you about Mr. Antonio, 78 years old. Yes, 78. The oldest patient I've ever treated for a fatty liver, who had incredible results. He came to me in 2024, referred by his geriatrician, who was concerned because Mr. Antonio's ALT was 112 and his AST was 95. He had also started experiencing some confusion, episodes of forgetfulness, and the geriatrician suspected early hepatic encephalopathy. That's when the liver can't filter toxins properly, and they end up in the brain. Mr. Antonio was a widower, lived alone, and his daughter, who lives in another city, was desperate, thinking her father had Alzheimer's. We did a full workup and discovered that besides fatty liver, he had very low albumin levels. Albumin is a protein produced by the liver, and low levels indicated his liver wasn't performing its basic functions correctly. I explained to his daughter that we needed to act fast. In very elderly individuals, the progression from fatty liver to liver failure can be quicker. We implemented an aggressive protocol that included the nighttime drink, strict dietary adjustments, and daily protein and vitamin supplementation. 3 months later, Mr. Antonio was a completely different person. The confusion vanished, his memory returned, his ALT dropped to 64, AST to 52, his albumin levels improved, and he went back to doing the things he loved: playing dominoes with his friends, tending to his garden plants. His daughter called me, emotional, saying she had gotten her father back. She thought she was going to lose him, and now he was well, lucid, and happy. And look, at 78 years old, if it's still possible to reverse fatty liver and regain health at that age, imagine you, who are 60, 65, 70. You have so much life ahead of you, so much healthy living to do. Now let me give you a complete step-by-step protocol to implement starting today. Step 1. Buy good quality green tea, either in bags or loose leaves. Decaffeinated is even better. Buy glycine powder, taurine powder, and N-acetylcysteine capsules. You can find all of these at supplement stores or online. Step 2. Every day, at least 3 hours after dinner, prepare a cup of green tea. Let it cool until it's lukewarm. Add 1 teaspoon of glycine, half a teaspoon of taurine, and dissolve 1 600 mg capsule of NEAC. Mix well and drink it slowly. Step 3. Wait 30 minutes and go to sleep. Try to go to bed at the same time every night to regulate your circadian rhythm. This is important for autophagy. Step 4. Do this every single day, without exception, for at least 3 months before repeating your tests. Step 5. In the meantime, maintain an anti-inflammatory diet during the day. Reduce refined carbs and sugar, increase vegetables and protein, and get at least 30 minutes of walking or light exercise 5 times a week. Step 6. After 3 months, repeat your AST, ALT, GGT, and if possible, get a new ultrasound. Compare them with your previous tests and see the improvement. I want to ask you one more thing now. Comment below with your current AST and ALT levels, because when you share your numbers, you create a public commitment to your health. You're documenting where you are today so you can compare in 3 months and celebrate your progress. And look, don't be embarrassed if your numbers are high. I've seen ALTs of 300, 400, and people have reversed it. What matters isn't where you are today, but the direction you're heading from now on. So, comment there. AST, your number, ALT, your number, and I'll follow along. I'll root for you, and in 3 months, you come back here and comment again showing the drop deal. Let me tell you about something very few people know, but it's fundamental to understanding why this nighttime protocol works so well for people over 60. As we age, our biological clock, controlled by genes called circadian genes, starts to get out of sync. This directly affects liver metabolism. The liver has its own circadian clock that dictates when it should perform each function, when to produce bile, when to store glycogen, when to metabolize fats, when to detoxify. In young people, this clock works perfectly in sync, but after 60, it starts to desynchronize, and then the liver gets confused, trying to do multiple things at once, not doing anything right. The glycine you take before bed has an incredible effect on resynchronizing this hepatic circadian clock. It literally teaches the liver when it's time to burn fat, and studies show this improves lipid metabolism by up to 40% in older adults. To sum up everything we've discussed, if you're over 60 and have fatty liver, you can't afford to waste 8 hours every night when your liver could be healing. You need to give your liver the nutrients it needs to activate hepatic autophagy, to burn accumulated fat, to regenerate, to function perfectly again. The nighttime drink I taught you, green tea with glycine, taurine, and NAC, taken 30 minutes before bed on an empty stomach, will enhance nighttime liver regeneration in a way you never imagined possible. Combine this with proper nutrition during the day and regular physical exercise, and you'll see your test results improve, your energy return, your body depuff, your health restored. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 78 like Mr. Antonio. It doesn't matter if your ALT is 150. Your liver has the capacity to regenerate. You just need to give it the right tools. If this video helped you, if you learned something new, if you're excited to implement this protocol and get your liver health back on track, I want you to do 3 things right now. First, hit that like button. It helps other people find this content. Second, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell, because every week I bring you new information on how to reverse fatty liver, about tests, about diet, about supplements, all based on science and my 25 years of experience treating real patients. And third, share this video with someone you care about, with that family member, that friend, that acquaintance who also has fatty liver and is suffering in silence, thinking there's no way out, thinking it'll progress to cirrhosis. You could literally be saving that person's life, so share it. In the next video, I'm going to teach you exactly what to eat for breakfast to depuff your liver in 7 days. It's a protocol I developed based on recent studies on the chronobiology of nutrition, and the results my patients are getting are impressive. Don't miss it. It's going to be really good. Take care, and take good care of your liver. It's your body's laboratory, and when it's healthy, you're healthy. See you in the next video.